Alright everybody, what is going on? We're hopping into the Supreme Magnificent Battle fight here against Trunks. That's what we're hopping into. And I got a request from the Discord server, so I asked them like, hey, who do you guys want to see showcased in this fight? And they voted for the MAJIN Power team. Not many of us in there in the Discord, but you know, it is open to all channel members. Once you become a channel member once, you should have permanent access to it. So anyway, let's go ahead and hop in right here. I try not to like plug that stuff too much, but anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So pretty good opening rotations right here. Can't really complain. We got a fat boo on each rotation. We got this guy next to one of them, so this is going to work out well. If anybody was going to end up in slot 7, I'm glad that it's this Majin Buu right here. He doesn't really need to build up or anything like that, so him being in slot 7 is going to work out fine for us. Potentially the slot 7 character in this fight can be the risky one, because Trunks, you're usually going to go into turn 3 against his STR phase. So whichever character that you end up having in slot 1 on that turn, which is usually turn 3, could get locked in slot 1, and Trunks has a pretty good chance to super attack immediately in that slot. And if he does, you know, you want to have a character in slot 7 that's going to show up in slot 1 of turn 3 that's going to be able to handle that. And this guy does have that 70% chance to dodge. Plus, I do have him with a full dodge build, so I'm feeling pretty confident about him in slot 7 right here, so that's good. This Trunks fight is actually, I think, really fun, and it's pretty toxic, too. Him having that seal on his super attack effect in his second form, and then the stun in his third form, plus the lock, and he hits really hard in his third form. He does like a 3 million damage super attack. It just makes for a pretty interesting fight right here. But nothing that the Majin Power team can't handle. So let's go ahead and get started right here. I'm going to mute the mic for half a second. I got like... You guys don't care. I'm going to mute the mic for half a second. Alright. Took some nose spray this morning. And did one of those like nasal rinses. That was pretty good. So, alright. Let's see what's going on here. So Fat Boo's going to be fine. Trunks doesn't really do a ton of damage here in his first phase. It is a 1.2 million damage super attack. But I mean, that's not too bad for as far as like, you know, with how powerful our units are in 2023. I mean, watch, like Fat Boo's going to tank this for double digits. He's guarding after he super attacks. He's got a ton of defense. Oh, he's not guarding. Oh, that was the other one. That was the one in slot 2. My bad. But still, they have like what? How much damage reduction do they have on the Majin Power team? I forget. But it's like 40%? 70%? I can't remember how much damage reduction they have, but they have a lot of damage reduction. They were type advantage there. That was nothing to really be concerned about. We do have Mr. Buu here. I haven't done a showcase for him yet because he's not rainbowed. Mine is at... Oh, I haven't... I think I said this the last time I used him. I forgot to hit activate all on his hidden potential system. But I have him at 90%, so I'll go ahead and get him... After this video, I'll go ahead and make sure to get him to 90%. So I'll be sure to do that. Do have him with the full dodge build right here. Pretty good. I mean, dodge is going to be like the best thing that you can put on this guy right here. Real quick, let me look at this guy right here. What is y'all's damage reduction at? 70%. Okay. So we want to make sure that we get a stack with this guy and this Fat Boo. So I'm going to put Boo Tanks here in slot 1 just to make sure he can get a stack. He is going to be our ringer just a little bit. I don't really want to float off Fat Boo, so it could be a little bit risky doing this. You do have to kind of pay attention not only to who's going to be in like which slot, but anytime you go into a locking boss, you have to assume that like your rotations are going to get screwed up. So like what I'm doing right here is I'm going to put like whenever we come onto this next rotation, who are we going to have in slot 1? Who do we just float off? Kid Buu. So Kid Boo's going to be in slot 1. LR Boo Tanks is going to be in slot 2, and then Fat Boo's going to be in slot 3. Any one of them could be locked to those slots and then permanently stuck there. Kid Buu in slot 1 could be really risky if Trunks locks him in slot 1. So hopefully we can get through that STR phase pretty quickly. Because if Kid Buu gets locked in slot 1, that's going to be really, really bad for us. So maybe I should have planned a little bit better last rotation. Maybe I should have floated off maybe the Exchange Buu instead. Or maybe the Fat Buu, but we'll see. We'll have to play it by ear once we get there. This Trunks doesn't have a ton of HP, only 66 million, which, you know, I say only 66 million, but really that's not a lot. Later on during the anniversary, I mean, we're going to have bosses with, what, like 300 million HP or something like that? Like, how much does Cell Max have? I can't remember. But, like, easily we're going to have bosses over 100 million HP, so it's definitely going to be a bit of a tone shift later on, so 66 million is not that crazy. Let's see who we end up with locking. Okay, so that's fine. He locked slot 2 right here. So we can go ahead and switch the skinny boos. I'll float off this one, and I'll keep the exchange boo on rotate. Actually, I mean, if I want to get the exchange boo out faster, I would float him, but I don't really care if we get him out faster. I think Boo is actually way, way, way better defensively in this form than if we transformed him. And that's because he does have this, what is it, a high chance to dodge here? Yeah, he's got a high chance of evading enemy attacks in this form. And the defense change isn't too much, so I'm just going to keep him in this form right here. We should be fine right here. Whoever he super attacks, we should be okay. Unless, like, the Skinny Boo at the end were to eat both of those attacks. Remember that the Skinny Boo at the end does have the survive KO mechanics. So as long as he doesn't eat both attacks at the end, we are guaranteed to survive with him eating one of the 2 attacks. So nothing to truly be concerned about. Skinny Boo, this one, in the first slot, Evil Skinny Boo, whatever you want to call him. He double supered, that's really good. That means defensively he's going to be pretty solid right here. Again, he does have the 70% damage reduction. A little bit unfortunate that we didn't dodge the super attack, but only 170k is not bad. With this Majin power team, you know, if you're not getting killed straight up, you can heal back all the way from 1 HP. I have been literally at 1 HP with this team from, like, Skinny Boo getting hit and almost getting us KO'd, but then he dodges the rest of the attacks. And then we go into the next turn and we're at 70% HP again, right? Like, it's very... Actually, I think we even got higher than that. Like, I think we got almost back up to full HP, like, from 1 HP with this team. I mean, it's absolutely insane how much you can heal with this team. So, if you survive, you're good. Like, that's really all you need, is to survive with this team. So, anyway, oh, yep, see right there, we took all that damage, but give us a second right here, and there it all comes back, right? Like, it's not hard. I am going to throw Fat Boo in slot 1 right here. We could potentially die, but that's okay. We will just get the revive, and we'll be stronger for it. Boo Tanks got locked in slot 2. We got pretty lucky that Kid Boo didn't get locked in slot 1. This definitely could have been a rotation where the game said, hey, we're going to put all of the attacks in slot 1, and we're going to lock Kid Boo there. But luckily, they did not do that. That's, you know, pretty good. Yeah, we took all that damage, and boom, we're back up to full HP. Now, Fat Boo is not guarding, so we are dead here. That's fine. We're just going to get the revive, and I'd rather us get it now than later. So let's go ahead and get that. Next rotation, we should be pretty safe. Sweet. All right, so Boo's really good after he revives. Oh, he did lock Mr. Boo in slot 1. And he's probably queued up for a super attack as well. That's okay, though. I mean, Mr. Boo is pretty solid. The nice thing about Mr. Boo as well, if we go ahead and take a look at his kit. I haven't done his video yet, but... what is it? He gets... 50% damage reduction and an additional 10% damage reduction per Rainbow Key Sphere obtained. So, like, right here, we're going to be able to get 4 Rainbow Key Spheres. That's 90% damage reduction, so I think we're fine, right? Like, 90% damage reduction right here. I'm pretty sure we are good. So, yeah, 50% damage reduction, 10% per Rainbow Key Sphere. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Start counts from the 3rd Key Sphere. So, it would be, we got 4 right there, so we have 70%. 70% damage reduction? Okay, well, even still, we have 70%. We're gonna be fine. I'm not really worried. I'm going to go ahead and float off this Skinny Boo right here. We'll keep... I mean, I don't really have a choice. I'd rather keep, like, the Fat Boo right here on rotation. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. By the way, the Trunks in the next phase can be attack debuffed, the Int phase. So a character like Mr. Boo is going to be pretty solid for that phase as well. Alright, this shouldn't do any damage to us. We got a super attack off first. I mean, it did a little bit, but again, nothing we can't just heal back up next turn. Majin Buu, the Fat Boo right here, after he revives, is a lot stronger. I've already said that like 5 times. But he does have, like, guaranteed guard now. I think he gets some more crit chance and maybe an additional. I can't remember exactly what this guy gets after he revives, but I just remember that he's, like, a lot stronger. So, obviously, that's pretty good. We're going to have access to the other Fat Boo's active skill on the next turn because we did revive. And then we should have access to this one on the next rotation with him as well, so that'll be really good. We could potentially double back-to-back Ghost Usher against the Int phase. All right, nice. And he already super attacked us on this turn. I guess this Trunks can double super, so he could double super us right here at the end of the turn right here. But I'm not too concerned. Skinny Boo's got the dodge chance, and he's got, you know, a ton of damage reduction. Okay, even if he eats this, I mean, we're fine, right? Like, I'm not worried right here. It might take a little bit of damage, but 90k is not, again, it's nothing to be concerned about. He's gonna lock BUU tanks right there. That sucks. That really does suck. We're back up to full HP, though, which is good. No reason to use the active skill right here. He's probably not going to be super attacking until the middle slot. So let's go ahead and grab these. We'll grab these orbs right here. And again, I won't transform BUU tanks yet. Maybe that's going to be... Well, no, let's go ahead and transform him, because we may not see him again for the rest of the fight. Alright, very nice from BUU, LR Buuhan right there. So yeah, just because we may not see him for the rest of the fight, let's go ahead and just transform him so that we're safe. No reason to have to do a second run in here, right, with the Majin Power team. They're so good. Alright, the friend's gonna get some more stacks in. I didn't actually check to see if the friend was link leveled. I know the friend was rainbowed, but I didn't actually check to see if they were link leveled. Just being as they were taking a little bit of damage right there makes me think maybe they're not. Or maybe their equipments on them aren't super great, but I guess maybe this one has less stacks, possibly. This Fat BUU does stack. It's going to help his start of turn defense a little bit, but really it just makes his after super defense, like, really crazy. This Fat BUU does get a ton of stats on super attack in his passive, and that is multiplicative with any of the stacks that he gets, so it just makes, like, those stacks after he attacks, like, way more potent. So, like, his start of turn defense can be a bit deceiving sometimes. I would argue that he's not really a slot 1 unit, but so far, at least with the current content in the game, I've never really had a huge issue running him in slot 1. So that's, you know, obviously pretty good, so... I definitely think that, like, if the Majin Power were to get, like, an LR Buuhan, I think that would be really, really good for the game. Who could just be, like, a slot 1 wall. I've always thrown out that instead of just getting a straight-up LR Kid BUU, that we should get a Buuhan that de-transforms into Kid BUU. I think that that's the unit that we should get. You know, like, instead of just getting a standalone LR Kid BUU, which I guess we should get that too at some point, but we should just get a Buuhan that's standalone that de-transforms. I think that that would be really, really cool. All right, I am... we already revived, so what's our defense looking like? 916, or 961. Okay, so we do have guard up. This Trunks does hit for 3 million, though, and Fat BUU doesn't have any damage reduction. There's always a really good chance that this guy's just supering immediately in slot 1, so I should probably use the active skill right here. Let's go ahead and do it. Alright, that was very precautionary. So, this Trunks can be pretty toxic. Because he does pretty much super immediately always. He's got a 0 attack cooldown. He's got like a 63.16% chance to super attack. So your chances of seeing this guy super attack immediately are very, very common. He also does have a 100% chance to stun you on his super attack effect. So just know that pretty much any character that you're putting in slot 1, you're basically probably forfeiting their damage for the turn unless they dodge the super attack. So, you know, if we had put Fat BUU right there, I'm not sure he survives if it's an immediate super. After Fat BUU super attacks, like, we would have been absolutely A-okay. But before he super attacks, that 961k defense with guard probably just isn't going to be enough. So that's why I went ahead and used the Ghost Usher right there. And we should have access to the other one on the next rotation as well. So yeah, I can just double pop this right here. I'll go ahead and turn the skips on for this one. So since we just watched it. And boom, there we go. I mean, we just completely nullify Trunks' ability to do anything to us at all. And we're just going to win right here. I guess I can go ahead and transform this guy as well. Sorry, I didn't play his animation. I still had the skips on, but, yeah, there we go. I mean, you could see, yeah, Fat BUU after he... So, whenever you use his active skill, it gives you the benefit of the, where is it, 150% when performing a super attack. you get the benefit of that using his active skill. So you can see after he supers, he's like totally fine. And that's before you get any additional stacks as well. So he'd probably be over like 2 million defense after one super attack. So like he'd be fine against the super attack. The issue is that it's probably in slot 1, like the first attacking slot. And you know, we wouldn't be ready for that. But we're gonna be done here now. This Super BUU, I always try to wait to transform him until, like, I think I'm at the very, very end of the fight, and I just need the KO damage is usually what I'm transforming him for. Just because he's way more defensive in his skinny BUU phase. So I wait until we're at a point like this where it's like, all right, we're definitely going to KO him on this turn. I just want to make sure that, you know, like, we're safe. So that's what we're doing right here. We're going to KO Trunks, and he's not even going to be able to do anything to us here in this int phase. He actually has less HP in his int phase right here than he does in his STR phase. He only has 50 million, so there's a really, like, I would say it's going to be very uncommon for you guys to not be able to just two-turn this Trunks. So, like, a setup like this where you save the Fat BUU's active skills until the end of the fight, and you just chain them back-to-back like this, you can pretty easily nullify that Trunks phase, so... I mean, like, he's kind of toxic in his STR phase with the, lock. Like, he can just pretty easily lock somebody in slot 1. Like, if he had just decided to lock Kid BUU in slot 1 back there, on that, what was it, 4th turn? Whatever turn it was where we had Kid BUU in that slot 1 with all the attacks, he very easily could have locked Kid BUU there, and we would have just died and lost the run. But since he didn't lock him there, we were able to play safely, and then we got to the int phase, which, you know, is the hardest hitting phase, and it can be pretty toxic, but with the Fat BUU team, we have the ability to just not take damage, and that's what we did right here. So let me know what you guys think about the MAJIN Power team. Let me know what you guys think about this Trunks fight. Let me know if you have any other requests for characters that you would like to see in here. As always, if you would like to join the Discord server, again, I believe either membership will give you access to the Discord, I think. I honestly can't remember, but either way, once you join the Discord once, you should have permanent access to it. So if you ever want to leave me suggestions for things you'd like to see, just hang out and talk to some people. You know, it's there. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.